Welcome back, Tarot fam, for part 2 of 2 for Tuesday. We are talking about Brooklyn Beckham. In the first video, we talked about how his separation from his family may be a professional move on his part. But in this video, we're going to talk about that dinner that they had with Harry and the Megs. We'll be right back. All right, you tarot maniacs. So I do want to remind you that I am now partnering with Otter Spirit, and I have a discount link just for you guys for the next month. So go on over to Otter Spirit and you can see some really cool intentional jewelry, high quality. I'm really so impressed. The packaging was amazing as well. So go on over there, check it out. You can help support my channel and my business by getting 20% off with them. So really cool. My code, Fortune20. So go on over there and you get 20% off everything that they have. So super excited about that. And let's talk a little bit about Brooklyn Beckham, that poor young kid. So I do feel a little bit bad for some kids that are born into these super celebrity families. Really, the bar is set very high. You know, if you are the child of a Steven Spielberg or the child of a famous writer, Stephen King, it is really hard to actually hit that same high mark that maybe your dad or your mom did. So you know, what does Brooklyn Beckham really need to do anything? Not really. You can just look pretty all day long and have a great life. But all of us do have some drive and some ambition. Most of us do. And I think that he really wants to branch out on his own. In the first reading, we did see that. But so the story goes that Harry and Meghan had a dinner and invited Brooklyn and Nicola because they felt bad for all the trouble that they've had with their family. Now, we all know famously that Meghan Markle accused Victoria Beckham of leaking information about her to the press. It turned out that it was a hairstylist. It wasn't Victoria Beckham. And Harry actually called up David Beckham and gave him what for over the phone. I don't know if this was before or after we all got to see him waiting online to walk past the Queen's casket, which adorable moment for David Beckham. I have a poster of him in my closet. So love you, David Beckham. So, you know, in that moment, we really did get to see how humble David Beckham was. And I think Victoria Beckham is very cute and very sweet in the moments that we get interviews with her where she does reveal a little bit about herself. She's very sweet. And I think she's adorable. I've always liked her. I always thought she was cool. And they say she can't sing. I can't believe that she was in the Spice Girls and she can't sing a note. I think she could sing a little bit. But so any kind of contact with Harry and Meghan for Brooklyn and Nicola is going to pour salt in those wounds, I think, on the Harry and Meghan side. So is it a little schadenfreude? Hey, we're hanging out with your boy and he's not speaking to you. Who knows? So first story was they went to dinner at Harry and Meghan's. Then the story was they went to dinner at another party. It was a big party and Harry and Meghan happened to be there or showed up. So which one is it? Which one is it? Let's pull up the card view. Hit the like button. I know you guys want to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, I saw like 65% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Oh my God, help a girl out because I'm this close to 7,000 right now. This close. I really do want to get to 10,000 by like my birthday, July 12th. So if you guys can get me to 10,000 by my birthday, I'll be really excited. So let's see what we can do about that. I'm going to bring up that card view. I hope you guys are having a great day. I know these are long intros, but I have the new partnership going on. I want to make sure that I serve them well. Otter Spirit. Here, I'll put it back up, guys. Otter Spirit, 20% off with Fortune 20 code. Go do it. Go get some jewelry. I'm going to get some more. Going to be a good time. It's going to be a great summer for all of us. So let's see the dinner gathering. Were Harry and Meghan really invited to this dinner party? Were they invited, or did they request to be invited? 8 of Pentacles. I think they did ask to be invited. I think that they requested to be on that list. Why would they request that? Guys, are you seeing it? Well, I know your world is ending, Brooklyn. I know you feel alone, but sometimes when it all gets to be too much, sometimes it makes sense to talk to someone who's from your same country. We're from the same island. So, yeah, I think he kind of played that, like, come over here, son. It's not that much younger than you, Harry. Knock it off. So, I think Harry and Meghan asked to go to that, and I think Harry was the one sidling up. So let's see. What did Brooklyn think of Harry? Oh my. 4 corners of the universe here. So what did Brooklyn think of Harry? He thought he was better when he was sober. I think he's had the opportunity to meet Harry when he was not sober. And I think he thought he was better, but he does see him as not the same person, not happy, not cheerful, not living his best life. He is not living his best life in California. He did see him as very disorganized as far as his emotions and not evolving. So overall, what did Brooklyn think? 7 of Wands, discombobulated. A discombobulated person. What's he going to do moving forward? Ace of Cups, he'll be sweet, but he is not going to continue the relationship. Victoria and David, there you go. He is not going to pursue that. So what did Harry think of Brooklyn? What did Harry think of Brooklyn? Who's got no mother like me? Oh, he was thinking, let's get into business together. You could be our family here. You don't have to go back to the United Kingdom. You don't have to go back to your family. We're your family now. We're your family now. Harry did not take the cues at all. Did he understand what Beckham was thinking? No, they were on 2 different pages. So what'll happen forward with Harry? I think, yeah, he's gonna try and keep that relationship going. I don't think it's gonna work. Thank God the logistics are a little bit different. I don't think that Brooklyn and Nicola live in California. I think they primarily live in, I almost said Southeast Asia. They primarily live in Florida, I believe. A little sip of my favorite Yorkshire red. So, what did Meghan think of Brooklyn? It's been hauled done by and trapped just like Harry, trapped by his name. 5 of Pentacles, you're on the outside, but you can start your own life here. You don't need anything. You just have your name. I'll put you in touch with my people. You don't have to sit here and do nothing. You can have a whole new start. So she's pitching him, and I think this is so Meghan Kelly. I love Meghan Kelly. Meghan Kelly has now given a broader platform to Maureen Callahan, Link Lauren, and I think Meghan is thinking on those terms now. She's probably hyper aware of all three of those people. And I think she is trying to create a stable here, a stable with some celebrity stable. Oh, that's a good name, celebrity stable. And Diddy did this too with Making of the Band or whatever that was. Diddy did it too. So I think that Meghan wants to almost start like her own stable of entrepreneurs, and we'll all have our own cooking shows, and it'd be really great. I think she's thinking in those terms. Harry is thinking that he's going to get a new brother, a Beckham brother, but she's thinking more, what can we use him for? What can we use him for? So what did Brooklyn think of Meghan? So I think that he very much liked her. I think he very much found her to be effusive and loving and, really no one's seeing the good parts of her. My opinion was he gaslit, yes, because part of his conclusion was that she is creating problems for herself. Her progress moving forward is thwarted by herself. And why would that be? Because maybe she is not coming off as very genuine, even though he's kind of drinking the Flavor Aid and thinks that she's a little bit genuine. So I think he got a taste of the gaslighting. See what the ladies thought of each other. Well, let's see what Nicola thought of Harry. What did she think of Harry? Harry is decidedly not as cute as Brooklyn. Ace of Wands, the World, Ace of Cups, Seven of Wands. Oddly enough, she thought that Harry was disorganized as well. Emotionally disorganized. That Ace of Wands, like, he had it all, but he dropped it. Ended that world. In her estimation, I think she has a very Meghan kind of view of the royal family. Like, oh God, couldn't you have just like sat there and taken it? Her takeaway, yeah, we don't want to have anything to do with them. She's a bit of a snob, this gal. Bit of a snob. Snobbery. So what's going to happen? Queen of Wands. Yeah, she told Brooklyn, no, we're not doing this. We can maintain niceties, but you're not hanging out with them. We're not hanging out at the pool. There's something about not hanging out with old people. Why would we hang out with these older people? I don't know what the age gap is, but it really is. Why would we hang out with these older people? Not really doing that. Like, they have kids and stuff. Ew. And I thought we were going to get a Beckham baby sooner than later, but now I don't think so. Recent reading, no, I don't think that we're getting a Beckham baby. So Victoria David, don't worry about that. You won't be grandparents anytime soon. But I do think, I think Brooklyn would have a baby if it were up to him. I think he would want to settle down just a little bit. Let me grab some of this Yorkshire Red. Oh, that's so good. So good. I've been drinking black coffee like a psychopath for the last 3 days because I'm trying to cut down on my sugar. this cup of tea has 2 sugars in it and some milk. All right. So what did Meghan think of Nicola? Oh, I'm not giving it to you right away. We're going to do the reveal, kids. We're going to do a reveal. This is what Nicola thought of Meghan. And this is what Meghan thought of Nicola. Make you guys wait. Combative. Oh, she really got a good dose of the combative out of Meghan. Also, that she was very, very busy building her empire. I think she talked about building her empire with Nicola in earshot or to Nicola directly. And I think it was off-putting. This strength card, it is the Iron Fist in a Velvet Glove. Taming the beast, kind of waiting your time to get out of the situation. And I think she just was kind of eye rolling the whole time. Her takeaway, 8 of Swords. Get me out of here. Don't ever leave me talking to that woman again. I really don't care if she's married to the Queen of England. What did Meghan think of Nicola? Hierophant in reverse, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. She did think that Nicola was a whole lot of nothing. She knows that there's money there, but she knows that Nicola didn't earn it. She has no seat of power. She also found her a little rude and classless, which I think is shocking. Here, we're not going to be able to do very much with her. You know, we might be able to hang out with Brooklyn, but Nicola is just too much. Meghan Markle does not like women. She typically does not like women. She wants to be the skinniest, the prettiest, the nicest in the room. That's what she wants. She wants to be the only gal in the room. Now, when I was growing up, I hung out with a lot of boys, but I dressed like a boy. Not in a trans kind of way, but skateboarding and like running around. Like when we go out to the punk rock clubs, I would get dressed up and actually look like a girl, but I'd wear combat boots and I had a mohawk. So, Meghan was nice enough to her, trying to spur on, I believe, a friendship for Harry that maybe we could get Brooklyn to work with us. Maybe we could do that. So what's a takeaway from this relationship? Devil in reverse. Brooklyn is better without his wife, which is rich coming from Meghan. That is rich coming from Meghan. So, are these couples going to be hanging out and swinging? No, I'm kidding. Are they going to be hanging out? Are they going to be hanging out moving forward? Are we going to get a lot of declines? So the relationship between the foursome right here in the middle, Queen of Cups, that's nice enough. What do we have for the Beckhams on the left? Devil in reverse, Page of Pentacles, Star in reverse. They are going to constantly be busy with something. What about Harry and Meghan? 4 of Pentacles. You know, it's always a safe space over here. It's really safe. 9 of Wands and 3 of Swords. You can come here and be sad anytime you want. That's the thing, right? Like, who wants to separate from their family and then be sad and talk about it all the time? I think if Brooklyn and Nicola want to separate from the Beckhams, one would think, hey, be really chipper and happy if you didn't have to be around those people that you dislike so much. So I think the offer is you guys can always come and like hide out away from the paparazzi. There's no paparazzi whatsoever at our house. There's none, no paparazzi at all. So is this a new alliance between these two camps? I say no. And I say that Nicola is the guiding light on this one. So Nicola is probably the good guy in this situation. I think she is saving the day for Brooklyn because she just doesn't really care for Meghan and doesn't like the way that Meghan talked to her. That is my opinion. That's what I think. That's what the cards say. And I'm curious what you guys think. So you tell me, are we going to see the Beckhams or the Brooklyn Beckhams going over to the Ponderosa, what do they call it? The Montecito Olive Garden. Are we going to see them going over there, or are we going to see them staying in Florida and staying a great distance away from Harry and Meghan? I think Nicola is doing a huge favor to the Beckhams and to Brooklyn right now. Nicola, keep doing it. Stay away from them. You don't want to get involved, okay? Let me know what you think in the chat, and I will see you in the future.